this is Jamie Maggart. Welcome to Jamie's Craft Table. Today I'm going to show you how I made this card. Let's get started. For inks I'm going to be using Mango Melody, Misty, Moonlight, and Memento. To do the fishtails I'm going to bring in this Taylor Tag Punch just because that's easier than doing it with scissors. The only stamp set I'm using is the Stampin'Up Quiet Meadow one that's going to be in the new catalog starting May 4th. And I'm using two dies. They're the scalloped and the regular circle dies. They are from the layering circles and they're the third from the largest. For papers I have some scraps of Misty Moonlight to do the flags with. They're just scraps. They're just varying sizes of scraps. I have a piece of white to stamp on. It has to be at least big enough to punch out this circle with. A 4 by 5 1/4. Just make sure. Yeah. 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of white. A 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 piece of black card base, which is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored and folded at 4 1/4. Okay, let's place these aside for a few minutes. Let's go ahead and start with our stamping. I want to do this one first. Okay. So the first thing I did, I don't know, we even had this one on the block. I forgot to stamp this one here. Block for it. And we're using the Memento ink. And I'm going to ink that up. And then I'm just going to stamp some across the background. So I'm going to stamp one here. Let's do one here. One over here. One here. And then I want some down here. Okay. I think that's good. Alright, now I'm going to come in with this stamp. Again, the Memento ink. If you're more comfortable picking up the ink pad and inking this way, because it's a large stamp. Oops, you can't see what I'm doing. Okay, then I'm going to stamp this a couple times. I'm going to stamp once here. Stamp once here. Stamp once over here. Stamp once over here. I just need the tops, so I want to put some here. I'm going to turn this, make it a little bit easier. No. Okay, then I'm going to ink it up again. And I want it to be like here. Okay. I just need the bottom this time to go here. And then I'm just going to fill in a couple little spots, so I'm just gonna look up the flowers a little bit there. Look up the flowers and a little bit here. So basically I just made a background. Okay. So let's set this one aside. Let's bring in this other one. I'm also going to need a water brush. I think this one will work. We'll try it. Okay, so on this, I'll come in with this stamp here and the Misty Moonlight. I'm going to ink that up. And I'm going to stamp that. No, stay there. Okay, then I'm going to bring in my water brush. And I'm going to push that ink around a little bit just to give it a little bit of color. Stay there. A little bit. No, stay. Good girl. Good kitty. Okay, you can do the center too if you wanted. I'm going to leave it crisp. Okay, I want this to dry a little bit. In the meantime, oh, what got on there? My brush must have spitted. I got water on that. Oh well. I'm bringing these little stamps, these two little flowers, and the mango melody. No, stay there. And I'm going to take the bigger. There's two different sizes. So I'm going to take the bigger. Stay there. Stay. I'm talking to you like a dog, like it's going to make a difference. I'm going to put one big one there. And one big one over here. And then I'm going to take the smaller one. And I will put one smaller one here. And I got the edge there, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to come in with this spatter one. And around the edge, I'm just going to stamp some spatters. I don't really want it overlapping the flower too much. Okay. And I'm going to cut this out with that, this die here. And I want the flower a little bit more towards the top because I'm going to stamp my sentiment down here. And then out of my black layer, I'm going to die cut this one. So I'll do that and I will be right back. Okay, got those cut out. Now I'm still going to use this. So that's going to be my base underneath this one. So let's go ahead and put that on. I'm going to use my liquid glue here. I'm just going to do around the edge because I got that hole in the center. So I want to just do like this. Okay, there's just going to be a 1/16 of an inch difference in the two, so it's a tiny little border there. And this is going to go directly on the front of the card. Okay, now this, I still need to stamp my sentiment on, so let's bring in Memento. I'm thinking of you. Stamp that across the bottom here. Perfect. Put these off my desk. So Alright, now this is going to get mounted onto this black layer. Okay, this will get dimensionals on the back of it. I'm not going to take the backs off yet. Well, I guess I can take the backs off. I just don't want to stick it hard because we need to put those banners behind it. It's going to go about here. So I'm just going to set it down lightly. And we're going to come in with these and we're going to make those banners. Open up the punch. And I'm going to fishtail the ends. And I'm going to cut this one in half. Stay there. Whoops. A little more there. I'm going to do both ends of all of them. I'm not sure which ones I'll be using, but at least then I'll have enough. Okay, get rid of all these little bits. Come in with my scissors. There they are. Okay, I'll cut these in half. So I need one to go here. Oh, it's stuck. Probably because Kitty stood on it. Come on. One to go there. One to go up here. Oh. Like opposite of this one. Okay. Cut this one in half. I'm going to cut it like at an angle like this, because then I have the longer side to go this way, like that. One more in half. These ones will be shorter, but not quite that short. Like there. And then another one over here. Like that. Okay, now I'm going to press those down. See if I can get them picked up mostly with those dimensionals. And these ones didn't stick, so let's go ahead and adhere those. I actually want this a little lower. So right there. This one. This is the trickiest part of this card. These little fish-tailed things. I only added them because I felt it needed something else. I think the other one's all stuck. And I'm going to pick it up and add some adhesive to the back of these. Make sure my sentiment is straight. And it's covering the corners. Come on, straighten up. Alright, well there's it. Oh, I forgot one thing. Where are they? The holiday rhinestones. I'm going to come in with a couple of them. And I'm going to use just the small ones here. I'm going to add one of those in the center of each one of these flowers. For a little bit of bling. Well, there you go. There's the card we just made together. Here's the one I did previously. Well, thank you so much for joining me today at Jamie's Craft Table. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I hope you can find a little bit of time to play with some stamps, ink, and paper.